Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to this mini webinar, three keys on how to build resilience in tough times. Before we start, I want to say thank you to each one of you guys for taking the time to really connect with that willingness, with that voice inside you that is asking you to do something about what's going on to improve, the quality of your experience right now and how to be a contribution for the world, for the community, for the team during these times of challenge, of transformation that we're experiencing. So that's what we're gonna be talking today for these few minutes. We're gonna be talking about how to thrive during these challenging times. I'm gonna be sharing with you three specific keys, three important keys that I'm gonna be inviting you to apply during these times so you can grow, so you can actually not only adapt, but take advantage of these times of transformation and thrive, grow to the next level of your life as individuals and as a team. So the way we're gonna do it is that, I'm gonna be sharing these three keys. I'm gonna do my best to be very concise, and then we're gonna open the space for questions and comments. So feel free anytime to write your comments in the chat, your questions, and then at the end, I'm gonna be reading them. And at some point, if I feel that there's something in connection with what I'm sharing, I also could use your support here, your questions. So okay, we don't have much time, so I'm gonna just right here. I'm gonna jump right into the first one. So the first key to build resilience, it's being centered. And when I mean being centered, I'm also talking about being present. Being open, just being in your natural state. Because what's the other possibility? The other possibility is that you're not on your natural state of balance, but you go to survival mode. You go to emergency mode. As you know, when you go to emergency mode, your body creates a completely different reaction. By the way, if you guys hear some, sounds in the background here, it's my son here watching a movie. That's part of the adaptation of these times. But so I was saying that we have these two ways. One, it's stay open, center in our natural state of balance. And the other way is to go to survival mode, emergency mode. When your body goes to survival mode, all the energy go to your extremities. So you're not going to be clear. You're losing clarity because in the same way, your brain is not experiencing the same flow of blood because your arteries, we can see that in different scans, how your arteries get contracted. And in the same way, your intestines and all your organs, because once again, the blood and the energy is going to your extremities. So your system is preparing you to fight or to fly, to avoid or to escape that danger outside. Your body doesn't know what's really happening. It's believing everything that you are telling yourself, your perspective about the situation, the meaning that you're giving to your experience, your body is responding to that. So if you are allowing that unconsciousness process to activate your survival mode, you're gonna lose clarity because in those moments, the only focus that your mind is gonna be creating is what's wrong outside, what's the danger, what am I missing, what's the injustice out there, everything that is wrong, everything that could be a danger, your mind's gonna be focused on that. That's the only thing that your natural system is gonna allow you to see. So that's why it's very important to create practices that allow you to be centered every day. So if you don't have our morning ritual, a daily practice, this is a great time. I invite you to observe and to apply one of these, some of these techniques that help you to stay centered. Like a morning ritual has some type of meditation, some type of mindful practice like yoga, qigong, meditation that help you to be present. Because like every day we have between 60 to 70,000 thoughts, and 90% of those thoughts are the same thoughts from the day before. Unless we do something active, proactively, to connect with the present moment, to really choose who we are, to really choose who we want to be, this moment, we're just gonna be in the autopilot of our subconscious mind. So if you want more support with your daily routine, just shoot me an email and I could send you a structure of a morning routine that I've been developing with different students with a lot of success. And just for being part of the Horner team, being part of this webinar, I'll send you that. Okay, let's go with the second one. The second one, it's accept the stretch. Everything in life is going in two different ways. It's whether dying or it's whether growing. So it's up to you. You're free. You want to perish or you want to thrive. It's up to you. If you see in nature, everything that is dying, it's getting rigid. It's losing water. So in order for us to thrive, to evolve, we gotta be flexible. We gotta be flexible in all those different ways, in our mind, in our body. It's about to release the expectation on how things should be according to our rational mind, and be more present and be more open to different possibilities. That's a great important thing here. Flow as water. If you see, water is one of the greatest teachers for flow, for being flexible, because you place water in a container, it's gonna adapt its form immediately. So it's very flexible. So this is a time to be flexible. So my invitation to you is to observe right now what is actually not serving you anymore. What thoughts, what emotions, what habits are not really serving you anymore. So this is a great time to let them go, to get rid of them, and to consciously place your attention on these new habits, these new emotional patterns, these new thoughts that wants to emerge, that are actually serving you in these moments. Be open to what's life it's bringing to you. This is a time to really step into the unknown and make peace with the mystery that is being in this present moment, and release all the plans, expectations, and be really open, because life is opening doors that are different to what we were expecting, but these doors could take us to really beautiful places. So it's about trusting in life as well. So that's the second one. Remember to do a list and observe yourself. Take this time to do some introspection and be honest with yourself. Be honest about what things are not serving you anymore and what things you want to grow in your life. Let's go with the third one and the last one, which is become a better team player. This is a time to be united. If you see, everything in nature is serving a purpose to a different form of life. Like we could see that in animals, like for instance, whales or wolves, they collaborate together to hunt. And even between different species, like the buffalo and the bird, you see that bird that eats the insects, from the buffalo, and exchange the buffalo, take the bird, safety to different places. So those types of collaborations, we see them in nature all the time. And we can even see that in our body. If you realize, even our organs are collaborating together for the well-being and the proper function of our body. And even our cells, every little thing, every little form of life is serving a purpose for a higher being and in connection with other forms of life. So I invite you at this time to connect with life. This is a time to connect. I mean, there's the irony that we're being called to be separated and social separated, but we don't have to be physically together to be united. So I invite you to connect with your team. If you don't know who your team is, well, this is a great time as well to be aware who your team is. Your team is all those people who you interact in a daily basis, all those people that you carry in your heart. So this is a great time to connect with them, to connect with your family, to connect with your neighbors, to connect with your community, to connect with your coworkers in a deeper level. See how can you be at service for them. See how can they serve you. This is a great time to be humble, to ask for help, and to be generous. Give what you have and be open to receive what others have. That's how we build community. That's how we get together. This is a great time to really get rid of all those ideas of separation that put us in conflict. That's part of the survival mode that we have experienced as a collective. So if we connect more with these emotional states of inspiration, openness, love, gratitude, compassion, we're gonna be able to connect in a deeper level. We're gonna be able to let go those ideas of competition and really interact. This is a great time to thrive as a species, as humanity. We have the possibility to go to a next level. As in the second step, be open to the stretch. There are some people that might be wanting to go to the old normal. Well, that's not happening. We're always changing. So there's something new. There's a new normal that we're building. And there's a great opportunity for us to really create a better humanity, a better way to relate, with each other. And that starts with our own self, creating harmony in our own system, in our mind, in our body, and then expanding, with our families, with our communities, with our coworkers, with the world, and even with other species, animals, plants. It's a time to really create harmony with the organism that we are part of, that Mother Earth that I like to call that planet Earth, that we are part of that. And if we stay with those ideas of disconnection, we're just killing nature. We are part of nature. So it's an invitation to reconnect. The invitation clearly is observe who your team is and connect with them, listen to them more patiently, and express yourself more patiently to see how can you collaborate with them in whatever process they are, and also ask for help and to be connected with your team. I hope these messages serve you, family, and I consider you my family, my human family. So I'm open for some questions right now. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Pamela, for the correction, being centered. Um, Diane asked, could you give a few examples on how to be centered and what routines may work? Yes. So a great morning routine, as I was saying, it's created by three different elements. One of them is workout. So if you work out, you kind of ignite your heart. You make the blood flow, and that's a great time to to make everything just awaken in your system. Because if you start the day with an emotional state of like you are like you're not in vitality, but you're kind of with low energy, that's what is going to create the results that you have. But if you ignite your heart with some type of workout, then you can go to meditation. Because the challenge to go to meditation directly is that a lot of times we go to sleep. So if you awaken your fire, then you can go to meditate. Meditation is key for creating these states of being centered, because meditation allows you to be aware of your thoughts or your emotions and your actions, your habits, your unconscious habits, so you can become aware of them and change them. So meditation is a great key. I could go more in detail with the different practices that you could do, but let's stay with these three. So workout, meditation, and then some journaling. And the journaling, you can write about what you feel grateful about. That's gonna enhance that emotion of gratitude, which is a great one to create resilience and to create all those chemicals that are gonna help your immune system to be strong. It's gonna help you for your mind to be clear, to see what's thriving, to see all the different possibilities that at this moment are opening. Because at this moment, when you're present, you can see that there's so many beautiful things happening right now. But if you stay in your mind, in that parallel reality, you're just gonna be trying to see what you want to see, what your rational mind wants to see, and you're gonna be losing what's happening. So meditation, workout, and some journaling, that'd be a great, the great elements to create your morning ritual, so you can have this type of vitality and enjoy in your life. Do you have any more questions? Anybody has more questions? So, okay, let's see. If you guys don't have more questions, I could just use these few minutes that we have to do a little practice. Okay. There is a question from Victoria. Great tips, you're welcome, Victoria. I'm happy that you are connecting with them. Can you give some examples of how you deal with anxiety when you feel overwhelmed? That's a great question, and that's a very common emotion that a lot of people are experiencing, and we can experience in moments of challenge, in moment of crisis. So anxiety, if you see, it's a great example on how we go to a parallel reality. What I mean by that is when you feel anxious, you're not present. Anxiety usually is that you are worried about a possible future that you are imagining. So your body doesn't know the difference between you thinking about the worst case scenario or you having a tiger next to you. Your body's gonna react to the emergency response system that you are activating through the perception, through the meaning that you're giving to the experience that you're having. So a great way to deal with anxiety is the same way to be centered, to create those practices every day to, to stay open. Because every day it's very important to meditate. I've been like reminding this myself and my students for all these years, but during these times it's even more important. And it's interesting how some people think that, okay, no, but how I'm gonna take 20, 15 or 5 minutes or 1 hour to meditate if this chaos is happening? That's not responsible. Well, that's actually the opposite. If we really want to be responsible during these times, we got to take care of ourselves. And the way we do it is to be sure that you are centered. Be aware of what is the emotion, what is the energy state that you are experiencing and that you're expanding to the world. So by practicing meditation and mindfulness and workout in these art therapy or writing exercises, you're gonna be able to be more aware of what's the narrative that you are creating in your life. Because the narrative, the focus that you're giving to the situation, it's creating your emotional states. A lot of times we think that, no, I'm feeling anxious or I'm feeling depressed or I'm feeling angry because of that external circumstance. But that's not really the case. It's always a thought. Every time that we experience an emotion, that is associated with a thought. That's associated with a belief. So if you change the perception about the experience, you're gonna change your emotional state. And it's not about forcing or fighting with your thoughts, but it's about allowing those thoughts to go. Don't give them energy and connect more with the present moment and allow the natural thoughts that come from that place of balance. That's a very important thing, and I'm gonna emphasize a little bit more with that because that is key. In our mind, we don't have if we try to get rid of the negative thoughts, we're only feeding them. So don't fight with your thoughts of fear or with thoughts of the worst case scenario or all those ideas that when we are in anxiety, in depression, in fear, we start to think. Don't fight with them. Don't try to clear them. Don't try to fix them. But instead, by practicing meditation, you place your attention on something else. You don't try to fix that, but you place your attention on your breath, you place your attention on your body, you place your attention on something else, and that allows your body to feel safe. And when your body feels safe, your brain starts to create different chemicals that is gonna allow you to return to your natural state of balance. Because we all go through these moments of confusion, but it's about learning techniques to be more effective on coming back to our center. So we allow this natural state to flow. And then in this present moment, you're just gonna be connected with natural thoughts that come from this place of clarity. I hope this helped you, Victoria. Beatrice, when you mention morning workouts, but I like to do mine after work. Is that okay for best results? Well, yes, I mean, it's better to do your daily practice than don't do it at all. So if it's very challenging for you to do it before work, yeah, do it after work. That's fine. That's gonna help you in a lot of ways, you know, to be more aware of what's happening. But the invitation here, or the benefits that you get when you do the morning ritual, you know, even before work, is that you are gonna be taking advantage in a better place of your life. Because if you go to your work in a state of anxiety or unconsciousness or fear, that's what you're gonna be experiencing your all day. That's what you're gonna be projecting to your team. That's who you are being during that period of time that you're gonna be in those moments. And if you, on the other hand, you win your morning, you win your day. And if you win your day, you win your life. That is very important to remember. And I know it's tough, but it's more important to have breakfast or to, you know, take a shower, to really create that time to that emotional, you know, wellness. And it's super important. That what's creating your life, your inner world. So when the more we remember that, and the more we start practicing and seeing the benefits, the more we get engaged to keep doing it. It's very beautiful to see how your life start to change the more you become responsible to take control to the only things that you can take control of, your inner world. Because the moment you were placing our attention and trying to control the outside world, you know, the politicians, you know, the nature, you know, our children, our couples, or our neighbors, or whatever is outside, we're just we're just giving our power to something that we cannot. You see, it's better just to relax and to flow with what's happening and control your inner world, your thoughts, your emotions, and your habits. All right, so I think that's pretty much the time that we have today. Really happy to have this moment to connect with you, family, and to share these powerful keys. I hope you practice them. And if you have any questions at all or any comments, please feel free to write to my email account and you know, share your thoughts, your questions. And if you want that morning routine that I told you, send it to me. I also want to share this video in the chat. That is my YouTube channel about how to connect with your purpose, because this is a great time to be aware of your purpose, so you don't fight with mechanisms, with forms, but really connect with the essence at this moment, so you can thrive. So once again, family, let me know how can I serve you. I'm here to, you know, we're all here to grow during these times. So thank you once again, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. Bye. Live in love.